Spike Eskin doesn't like the Dwight Howard signing. What is up, guys? DJ Eastwood here. This is Run It Back, home of the most brutally honest Philly sports takes on YouTube. Some people don't like it, but it's because some people don't like the truth. Hit the like button if you like the truth. Hit the dislike button if you like lying to yourself. And if you're new, hit the subscribe button. I give you these podcast episodes every day for free. I want my subscription. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the live streams. Let's get into this. So I'm listening to Rights to Ricky Sanchez the other day, yesterday, I believe. And I've listened to this podcast for years, ever since the Sixers tanking years. It was a great podcast. I really enjoyed it. I'm not making this video to bash these guys, Spike Eskin and Mike Levine. I'm not making it to bash them. I'm just making it because I vehemently disagree with some of their takes. Like I said before, they were big fans of the tanking era. They liked it. They liked the cult-like following that they got from it. They enjoyed the local feel of the Philadelphia 76ers. Like, how can I explain this? Like, the Sixers players and coaches were very approachable because nobody on the mainstream level gave a damn about them, right? Nobody was mobbing TJ McConnell walking down the sidewalk, right? Asking for autographs and shit. Literally nobody. Nobody was going to the games. It was a very local high school basketball team type of feel, okay? So you could get TJ McConnell on your podcast, you could get Brett Brown on your podcast, and Spike Eskin, the son of Howard Eskin, he's got all the connections. You know, he works at WIP and all that stuff, so he could get those guys on his podcast probably anyway. But I'm just saying, they were very approachable, and those guys enjoyed that camaraderie of a small following, of a small group of fans, okay? And then when the Sixers started making moves, started trading, they traded for Jimmy Butler, these guys, not necessarily Mike Levine, but Spike Eskin really hated the Jimmy Butler signing. And I started to realize he was treating the Sixers like a small punk rock band that gets a big hit, you know, like Green Day before they got on the radio, okay? I'm sure all of their local fans, all of their original fans got all pissed off when they blew up, right? It happens with every musician, okay? Nobody hated Drake until he got famous, right? If you look at all of his comments on YouTube where this guy's next, he's going to blow up, this guy's amazing, gets famous, boom, 5 billion people hate the guy. That's just how it works when you blow up, okay? Because people don't like to see people get famous or something like that. But when it comes to the Sixers tanking and when it comes to a small rock band, people feel like it belongs to them. And then they start to get more popular and they feel like it no longer belongs to them. And they say things like, they sold out. They sold out. They're not good anymore. They sold out. Like, okay, sorry. I didn't keep making music for free and doing shows for $200 because a record label offered me $10 million. You know, like you would have done it too. The Sixers, same concept. The tanking fans. And I've been a fan since 96, and I was with the tanking, by the way. I'm not knocking the tanking. I was with the process years. But I went through that to see this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go through that in hopes to stay there. When they traded for Jimmy Butler, Spike Eskin hated it. He hated Jimmy Butler. On Twitter, he blasted Jimmy Butler. He couldn't stand the signing. He didn't like the guy, and he celebrated when he left. And then the Sixers got swept in the first round, and Jimmy Butler went to the NBA Finals. Here's the point I'm trying to make. You got to find a balance between players you like personally and players who have talent to win in the NBA. Because if you're just going to try to keep all the people around that you like personally, you're going to have TJ McConnell and Brett Brown on your team forever. That can't happen forever. The goal here is to win games. I was going to play the episode of the podcast and react to it, but I'm just going to tell you what he said. Basically, Spike Eskin doesn't like the Dwight Howard signing because he thinks Dwight Howard is lame. That's literally what he said. He doesn't like him as a person. He thinks he's lame. Again, we are trying to win basketball games here, Spike. We're not trying to build a team of all of the nicest guys in the world that everybody loves. We're trying to build a team of players that have skill sets that fit together that could possibly win a championship. You got to find a balance here. That's all I want to say about the Spike Eskin stuff. He said Dwight Howard's lame. He doesn't like the signing. He doesn't think anybody likes Dwight Howard. He thinks Dwight Howard has had issues with every team that he's been on, and he doesn't like it. But, again, we didn't sign Dwight Howard for his personality. We signed Dwight Howard because he's probably the best backup center in the NBA at this moment. That's reason number one. Reason number two, he's on a 1-year deal, a veteran minimum. If he's an asshole or nobody likes him, you cut him and you send his ass home. There is literally zero risk to this move. But the Sixers shouldn't have done it because Spike Eskin thinks Dwight Howard's lame. I'm still a fan of the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast, by the way. I still listen to it. I can vehemently disagree with certain things that somebody says and still be a fan. That's how it works. You know, YouTube is the same way. Sometimes I say things that somebody doesn't agree with, and they get so pissed off. They freak out in the comments, and they say, I'm unsubscribing. I can't believe you would. And they unsubscribe, and they never listen to me again. It doesn't make sense. Do you have friends that you agree with 24/7? My best friend in the world right now, Anthony, shout out to you. We fight sometimes. Sometimes I call him an asshole. Sometimes he calls me an idiot. And we're still friends. That's how relationships work. Anyway, moving on. I just wanted to give my fucking opinion on that. Go listen to it. If you never listened to the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast, it is a good podcast. I enjoy it. Spike Eskin and Mike Levin go back and forth. They're funny. They're interesting. But I do disagree with a lot of things. Okay, so last thing. The Sixers trade Zyrie Smith. Finally, get that bum the hell out of here. Are you kidding me? Once again, this is the main reason I'm glad they traded him is because this is the last thing that was lingering from the Brett Brown era. Linger. This is the last thing that was lingering from the Brett Brown era was the Zyrie Smith trade. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was at work. The Sixers, the NBA draft was on. I was doing a music trivia game on a Thursday night anyway. I asked the guy, I said, hey, who did the Sixers draft? And he said they drafted the kid from Nova, Mikal Bridges. I was like, yes, that's exactly who I wanted. A 3-and-D player who's from Philadelphia. His mom works in the front office. This is a perfect fit. It's exactly the type of player we were looking for. And he's a Philly kid, played for Nova. I was ecstatic. About 36 seconds later, they traded him for Zyrie Smith because Brett Brown and Scott O'Neal, rumors are that Scott O'Neal was the one that loved him. Yeah, one of the owners. Again, I don't want to go into the whole owners shouldn't be making decisions. We learned that the hard way, didn't we? Scott O'Neal and Brett Brown loved Zyrie Smith because he did a 360 dunk in a college game. I can find a kid that can dunk the ball all over the place. That's why they have these random dunk contests on ESPN of players you never heard of and they never make it to the NBA. Dunking doesn't make you a good player. So he trades a player that fit what we needed and was from Philly for another project when you are in win now mode. It is quite possibly the worst trade I think I've ever seen. And Zyrie Smith plays 6 games his rookie season because he got some kind of allergy or whatever. I don't know if that had to do with it. I mean, that clearly had to do with it. But the next year, perfectly healthy, plays 7 games. Couldn't even get on the NBA floor because he can't play. He can't play on an NBA level. He's not an NBA level player. because a member of the ownership group liked him. And Brett freaking Brown. Anyway, thank God all that's over. We get Tony Bradley in return for Zyrie Smith. And, who the hell's Tony Bradley? Have you guys heard of him? I haven't even heard of him. Let me search him up real quick. Tony Bradley. What's going to come up here? Utah? Is that him? Center from Utah. Yeah, I guess. Well, he was on the Pistons for a hot second. Probably one of their trades for 15 other centers that they traded for or that they signed in free agency. Let's look at Tony Bradley's stats here. 2017 Utah, he averaged 1 point per game in about 3 minutes a game. Okay, so he was a deep bench there. 2017 as a rookie. 2018 he averaged 6 points per game. 5 rebounds in 11 minutes. Hey, you know what? 5 rebounds in 11 minutes is damn good. Al Horford finished entire freaking games with 5 rebounds in 38 minutes. So, hey, 2019, he played again about 11 minutes a game, about 5 points per game, and about 4.6 rebounds. So, again, about 5 rebounds in 11 minutes. So, looks like Tony Bradley can rebound. And, with Dwight Howard as the backup center, Tony Bradley on the deep bench, maybe you have games where you're load managing Joel Embiid and Dwight Howard starts. And then you got Tony Bradley coming off the bench. It doesn't have to be some kind of amazing center. It just has to be a guy for about 11 minutes a game that can grab 5 rebounds, that can defend the rim. I don't mind it. You guys give me all your thoughts and opinions in the comments. What do you think about the Zyrie Smith, Tony Bradley trade? My name is DJ, so this is Run It Back. You guys have a good day.